Hey guys, so today I'm here with my multi-purpose service dog, a 3-year-old pit bull named Diamond, and she's licking me, just loving me. But today I'm going to talk about how to, I'm sorry, Diamond. I'm going to talk about how to get a service dog. Now, first, obviously, under the Americans with Disabilities Act, in order to have a service dog, or even a service mini horse, because they can be service animals too, you have to be disabled. And being disabled means, under the ADA, that it's a condition or multiple conditions that affect one or more of your major life activities. So breathing, thinking, talking, walking, like any of that, and more. There's more, I just can't think of it. So, you can't have a service dog if you're not disabled. That's not how it works. But anyway, if you have a disability, then, you can start the process. So basically, there's a few different options. The first option is you can go through a service dog program. Now, service dog programs, those dogs range anywhere from free of cost, which is usually the guide dog programs that are free of cost, but then there's also $20,000, $40,000 service dogs that come from programs. Like, programs will literally charge you $40,000 for a highly trained service dog. And I get why they do that, because they put so much work into training the dog, for at least a year or two they're training this dog. And it takes a lot of work, a lot of hard work and dedication. But I think $40,000 is still a little ridiculous though. But anyway, there's that option. Now, the good thing about service dog programs is, even though they can be very expensive, they usually provide fully trained, well-trained dogs. Now, you have to be, kind of look out for some of the scams, the scam programs. Like Service Dogs by Warren Retrievers is now bankrupt, but it was a scam program, and so many people were scammed getting these untrained puppies that were called fully trained service dogs. Like, literally, how could anyone fall for that? Like, in my opinion, it's ridiculous that you expect a 10-week-old puppy to be a fully trained service dog. Like, come on now. And then pay a ridiculous amount of money for it. But yeah, that's another topic. But anyway, the second route you can go is owner training. Your own service dog. Now, owner training is difficult, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you can't even train a regular pet dog to sit, don't do it. Like, just don't do it, honestly, just don't. But owner training is a lot less expensive than a program dog, yeah, you just, shit, what was I gonna say? I do this all the time. But yeah, like, basically, yeah, owner training is just, if you know what you're doing, it's a lot easier than waiting 2 years, 4 years, 5 years for a program dog and then getting potentially denied, which happened to a neighbor of mine. But yeah, like, the only problem with that is, the only problem with that is finding the right candidate for owner training, or for service dog training in general. Like, with owner training, you can still work with with a trainer, like an actual professional dog trainer to help you. It's like partial owner training, I guess. But yeah, but you have to choose the right service dog prospect. You can't choose a dog that's aggressive. You definitely can't choose a dog that has a bite history because that's illegal under the ADA. Shelter puppy, and I worked through a lot of her fears. But this is, some dogs are fearful like that for life, and you don't want that in a service dog. The ideal candidate would be a calm, friendly dog. Or, if you want active, because you do a lot of like 10-mile walks throughout the day and hiking and stuff, then choose active. But don't do that unless you're active yourself. But not too active where they can't calm down at certain points, because service dogs need to be calmer when they're working, and friendly. But yeah, like that's some people prefer breeder dogs. Some people will just adopt shelter dogs, or whatever. Personally, for me, the shelter dog option worked out really well. And the breeder dog option worked for my mom really well. So I think it doesn't really. I know this is kind of an unpopular opinion, but I don't think it really makes much of a difference, honestly, whether you get a dog from a shelter or a breeder as a service dog prospect. Other than, of course, I guess there is some difference, because the breeder, you can guarantee, a responsible breeder, you can guarantee the dog's health, the puppy's health, through, parents' health checks and stuff like that, and, all that good stuff. But, yeah, but, what else? Well, see, a lot of people think that, like, in order to have a service dog, you have to have a doctor's letter. Like, you have to. Oh, and I almost forgot to say, by the way, owner training is legal under the ADA. Look it up. But basically, a lot of people, even in the service dog community, think, oh, you have to get a doctor's letter before you have a service dog. Oh, your doctor has to recommend a service dog for you. Here's the only issue with that. Not only is it not required by the ADA, but a lot of doctors just don't know shit about service dogs. Like, they literally don't know anything, probably beyond guide dogs for the blind. Like, a lot of people in my area, they don't really know about, I don't think anyone knows about multi-purpose service dogs, honestly, but, they just don't know about the different, all the different types of services that service dogs can provide. So, you think a doctor should be more highly educated on this, but this is not always the case. But you don't really need a doctor's letter anyway, unless you live in a rental, or you're going to work, or your school might require one. Might. No, in my area they don't, but they might. So that's optional. And as far as owner training goes, certain people have certain goals. Like, personally, if there was a public access test trainer near my area, I would totally take the public access test with Diamond. But the only problem is there's not. It's usually reserved for program dogs. But a lot of people, like, they want their dog to pass at least the canine good citizen test or something, which Diamond did. No, not right now. Okay. No, just go. But basically, no, go. Basically, Shit, I forgot what I was saying because my mom walked in the room. Sorry, guys. What was I saying? So, yeah, basically, you know, that's my personal goal for my service dogs. It's just my personal goal that now every future service dog that I will have to pass the Canine Good Citizen test before becoming a fully trained service dog. And they have Canine Good Citizen tests at PetSmart, I think Petco, and other places like dog clubs and stuff. But yeah, it's a good thing to have to, show people, like show your rental or, workplace your dog's training. But again, it's not required. All that's required under the ADA is that you have a disability and that the service dog is trained to perform a task or multiple tasks to help with that disability. So Diamond is trained in 22 tasks. Everything from bracing to anxiety alert and much more, much more. They don't have to be trained in 22, they just have to be trained in 1. Some people say 3, but it's actually just 1. So yeah. And what else? I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, but basically, service dogs can be any kind of dog under the ADA. Dog breed bans in the US. The most common service dog breeds are Labs, Goldens, Standard Poodles, and Collies. And I'd say German Shepherds too, because they have a lot of German Shepherds and guide dog programs. But some people just find those breeds easier to work with, but honestly, I'm a huge pit bull person. Every pit bull I met has been incredibly friendly and seemingly smart, and this is the case for Diamond. But, to each their own. I'm not going to start a breed debate or how Labs are like the only dog that can become a service dog successfully or some shit like that. Like, no. No. It's just my personal preference. But, yeah. I think I covered everything. Doctor's letter, training. Oh, where to get a service dog other than a program. So if you're owner training, you can adopt a dog, you can buy a dog from a responsible breeder, or on Craigslist if you want to take that chance, but the dog's probably not going to be vaccinated. Honestly, you can buy a dog from anywhere, but, yeah. But just buy or adopt a dog and then owner train, try your best and understand that the dog may not pass service dog training. And if that happens, you can't force them to be a service dog. You have to either keep them as a pet or rehome them. It's simple as that. But yeah, like people just assume that getting a service dog is like this whole medical process, and I mean you do need a doctor's letter for programs and stuff, but like beyond that you don't need any of that stuff. You don't need an ID, a certification, or even a vest. So yeah, that's basically it. Thank you guys for watching, and Diamond is sleeping in the background. So yeah, I'm sorry I forgot what I was saying a lot, but that's okay, right? Alright guys, bye.